Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining me for your WWE Monday Night Raw review live here in Houston, Texas. This show took place on March 11th, 2024. I am literally walking through the door 10 minutes ago. I literally just got home and sprinted right here to do the review. I am going to talk about my live experience. I do want to mention that, of course, it's a much, much different experience watching it live than it is watching it at home. So my review of the show might be a tad bit skewed because I was in the atmosphere, right? So to a lot of people, and I did hear from certain people on Twitter and social media that the show was okay, mediocre. Being there live, being in the thick of it, being around great people, by the way, it had a great section. And my seats were basically in the nosebleeds. I was in the rafters. There wasn't a seat empty in my section. Guys, the last time I was at an event where there wasn't a seat empty was WCW when they came to Houston. 1998. I was 8 years old. Crazy. It's incredible when you stop and think about how big you have to be to fill up every seat. And WWE has been selling out arenas back to back to back for the last, it's been months now. And they're on a roll. The momentum keeps going. So for me, being in that arena, watching the show, being a part of the crowd, it just made it all the more fun, all the more interesting, and all the more engaging. So a match that would have just been okay, decent, was probably really good to me. That main event was amazing, fantastic. Probably was just good to you. But this is my review. So coming from someone that was there live, I thought the show was great. I was so enamored by how over everybody is. You don't know how over these talents are until you're in the arena. Jey Uso, I knew he was over. I didn't realize how over he really was until I was in the arena. They hit his music, he gets out, he does the whole raise the roof, and you see everybody doing it. Literally everybody. And you go, oh, he is over. You know Cody was over. Everybody knows that he's literally the top babyface in wrestling. That's without question. But being in it, being in the mix, the thick of it, having everybody sing his theme song and go, whoa, totally different experience. What I also liked about this particular episode is the fact that before we even got one male match, we had 3 women's matches back to back to back. Of course, you had Becky versus Liv. Then you had a tag match for the, I think it was the, wait, did the women's tag match for the championship happen last or did it happen next? No, actually it was Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae and her badass self. And of course, Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile. Then the women's tag team championship match. Then the entire last hour was a gauntlet of numerous matches. So I thought overall, the show didn't feel like it had a dip whatsoever. And again, being there live with no commercial breaks might have helped that. But I had a great time, man. Shout out to Taryn Jones. I met some of my fans there. Some of them are watching now. Taryn Jones is one of them. Good to have you here, Taryn. And who else? The other person that was there, please say what's up so I can give you a shout out as well. Listen, I always tell my fans I'm easy to talk to. I'm not someone that's stuck up. I try not to be. I'm just me. You want to come up and say hi to me? Come up and say hi to me. And I appreciate the people who do that. Next time we're in Houston, once again, just let me know you're coming over. Send me a text message or just say yeet and I'll be over there. But let's talk about the real reason you all are here, because I know y'all are looking for a rant, and you're gonna get one. You're gonna get one. The Gauntlet match, as awesome as it was. Let me just start off by saying this. It's no secret I'm a big Sami Zayn fan. I've always been a big fan of Sami Zayn's. Last year, when everyone was saying, I don't know if Sami Zayn should beat Roman Reigns, I was one of the main people saying, nah, he needs to beat Roman Reigns, establish the moment. You can have Roman win it right back and still do Cody and Roman at WrestleMania. But here's an opportunity to make a true, legit main event player. Because everyone was talking about Cody finish the story. It was Sami's story to finish first. Sami had more to do with the bloodline than Cody did last year. So here I am last year pushing for Sami Zayn to win the Universal Championship. Not the IC title, the top title. Beat Roman Reigns in his reign. Didn't happen. Okay, he goes to WrestleMania, has his moment, wins the tag titles with Kevin Owens, beats the Usos, ends that reign. Glorious moment. One of the best tag matches, if not the best tag match in WrestleMania history. That's not a TLC 2 from WrestleMania 17. And I'm thinking to myself, man, like Sami Zayn one of these days is going to be a world champ. And it felt like to me, they were on the verge of putting Sami Zayn in the world title picture. That's what it felt like. He's having a feud with Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre injures him. And it feels like that's the direction they were going to go. And I was like, all right, we're going to get a triple threat match with Sami, of course, Drew, and Seth. I'm thinking that's what they wanted to do. But then, of course, CM Punk got hurt. Brock Lesnar got taken out. So now it's like, now what do you do? Now what do we do? And I think that just threw everything out of whack. So now the world title match is just a regular match between Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins now has to work a multi-man match with The Rock, Roman, Cody. So it would make no sense to him doing another multi-man match, a triple threat match, and then a tag match. Nah, it would probably be best if we just had him do a tag match and then a singles match, because that would be kind of wonky. So now what do you do with Sami Zayn? What do you do with him? And I feel like WWE booked themselves into a corner with Sami because he's so over, you can't leave him off the WrestleMania card. So if he's not going to go for the world title, what's the next best title? And here comes the problem. When it comes to the IC picture, when it comes to the Intercontinental Championship, when it comes to who should end Gunther's reign, no other name should come up except Chad Gable. They've been building a story with Chad Gable. Gunther beat Chad Gable to break the record, to break the Honky Tonks Man's record. He had to beat Chad Gable, and that was the night that Chad Gable lost and his daughter was crying in the front row. Now, to be fair, they went away from that storyline, only to come back to it. But they still came back to it. They came back to the storyline, reminding everybody that Chad Gable had a mission. His mission was to end Gunther's reign and avenge his daughter. Gunther made his daughter cry tears of despair, and Chad wants to make his daughter cry tears of joy. And they told us that story. We got a video package of that tonight. They do all of that. They bring back the story. They put him in the forefront, only for Chad Gable to lose to a guy I didn't even get a video package? Nah, man. It should have been Chad Gable who won this match tonight. And I got nothing against Sami Zayn. I shouldn't have to explain that to you. I got nothing against Sami Zayn. But Sami has no business going after the IC title. Period. Sami Zayn should be going after the world title. And it pisses me off because, so what? You're going to have Sami Zayn and Gunther's reign? That just feels like something that Sami should not be doing. Sami Zayn already had his WrestleMania moment. Not saying he can't have another, but he already had his moment. Sami Zayn already won the IC title. Not saying he can't have another title reign, but he already had the title reign. Chad Gable has not had his WrestleMania moment. Chad Gable has not won a single championship. Chad Gable is the one that should be trying to be made a star. We're all focused on Sami Zayn's story. What about Chad Gable? Let me talk about the MVP for the last 2 years in terms of who performed best inside the goddamn ring. Chad Gable's at the top of that list. The performance tonight on Monday Night Raw should have woken everybody up. And everybody should have screamed at the top of their lungs when Sami Zayn pinned Chad Gable's shoulders to the mat. Bullshit! All of you should be screaming bullshit. Because it is bullshit. That was not Sami Zayn's match to win. That was Chad Gable's match to win. Period. This is Chad Gable's story. Gunther is a ring. Who better to beat the ring general than another ring general? It just makes no sense. You do all of that. You give him a video package. You bring up the story. You trudge him back out. Only to have him lose. And to all the people who were pissed off that The Rock was coming back to take Cody's spot. Right? Because Cody won the Royal Rumble, right? Oh, it's Cody's moment. It's Cody's moment. Where the hell are you? Where are the Cody crybabies? They tried to take Cody's spot. Oh, you're talking about injustice, right? Where are you when it comes to Chad Gable? Cody Rhodes didn't get his moment. He hasn't got his moment at WrestleMania, right? But let's be real. Cody Rhodes was always going to get his moment. Because see, Cody Rhodes, let's just call it like it is. He's already the guy. You don't need me to tell you he's the guy. He's the man. All he needs is the championship to prove it. He was always going to be the one to end Roman's reign. Whether it was at WrestleMania or whenever they were going to do it. Even if The Rock came in and fought Roman here, they were always going to give Cody that belt sometime down the line. Chad Gable is not guaranteed anything. Chad Gable, one of the best wrestlers in the world today. I don't need you to believe me. Just watch the show. His performance with Sami Zayn tonight should have told you everything you need to know. This guy has no championship unless we go back to, 2016? When him and Shelton Benjamin were like the SmackDown Tag Team champs for like a second? And then, of course, NXT, when they had the belts and then lost it back to the Revival. All that talent. Great character. Great personality. Oh, thank you! People are ready to see this guy get what he deserves. By the way, Jason Jordan, thank you. I'm thinking, because Jason Jordan got injured, and so Shelton Benjamin came in and replaced him. I just personally feel like there's no way that anyone else thinks that this story isn't right for anyone else but Chad Gable. It's the perfect story for him. And WWE is all about establishing new talent, right? Establishing new stars, creating new stars. Sami Zayn's already over. Sami Zayn's already there. Technically speaking, he doesn't need to beat Gunther. Not saying he can't beat Gunther. I'm saying he doesn't need to. Chad Gable needs this more than anyone else. So here is what I'm hoping happens. Again, the story is never over. They can always change it up. But follow me here. Follow me to Twitter. I want to show you guys something. And I think a lot of you picked up on this as well. During the match, when they were coming to the finish and Sami Zayn rolled up Chad Gable, there was a particular shot that lingered. Right there. Chad Gable's shoulders aren't on the mat. They're actually up off the mat. The referee didn't see it. So I'm not saying this is what they're going to do. I'm just saying this is a particular shot that is going around. Chad Gable's shoulders were not pinned to the mat. So technically, Sami didn't beat Chad Gable. So what we might do, and I'm saying that it could happen this way, maybe it won't, maybe they'll just say whatever. Maybe next time, Chad. But we still got time until WrestleMania, about a month away. Maybe we could add Chad Gable to the match, make it a triple threat. Maybe they have a rematch between Sami and Chad, and the winner gets to go on to fight Gunther at WrestleMania. I don't know. But whatever they decide to do, the one thing they cannot do is leave Chad Gable off of WrestleMania. And yes, some of you are going to ask, well, what about Sami Zayn? You know what? It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate that WWE got booked into a corner due to losing Brock Lesnar and CM Punk. Because and this is how I honestly feel. If Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre were to have what they originally had, then we would be seeing Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, CM Punk and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, which then would leave no one else to fight Gunther but Chad Gable. So a lot of things got thrown out of whack due to losing CM Punk and Brock Lesnar. Still, there's no way there's no way you could watch that match and think, oh, no one else should be fighting Gunther. Not even Chad Gable, except Sami Zayn. No, this is Chad Gable's story to finish. We talk about finish the story. This was always Chad Gable's story. It's not Sami Zayn's story. Honestly, the more I think about it, they should go for a triple threat. Because maybe if you want to get the belt off of Gunther, you have Chad Gable pin Sami Zayn. That way you protect Gunther and he can go on to fight whoever the world champ is at the time. But even then, I personally feel like if Gunther's going to lose, it should be one-on-one and it should be to Chad Gable. So I don't know what they're going to do with Sami. Triple threat? Sure. But if it was up to me, it would be Chad versus Gunther, one-on-one. I'm sorry. I get so upset when I see obviously poor booking decisions. Like, there was no way the people who wrote the show decided, okay, well, the obvious person who should go over is Sami Zayn here. Did they not think that Chad Gable deserved a shot? Yeah, that got me feeling some kind of way. I did not like that finish. It was a bad call. It was the wrong call. The wrong person won the match. Sami Zayn should not be fighting Gunther at WrestleMania. It should be Chad Gable. Period. Everybody knows it. But they can always change it. We could always get a triple threat. We could always wake up sometime next week and decide, you know what? We're going to do Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable. The winner goes on to fight Gunther. We still got plenty of story to tell. The one thing I do not want them to do is leave Chad Gable off of WrestleMania. Not after tonight's performance. That man needs to be at WrestleMania more than anyone else. Sami Zayn had his moment last year. Not saying he can't have another. Sami Zayn already held the IC title. Not saying he can't hold it again. What I'm saying is, his time has already passed. It is now Chad Gable's time. It is his moment, and he deserves to fight Gunther more than anyone else. Let's get into this Raw review. Thank you all so much for joining me. Again, it's late, and the reason why it's later than usual is because I just came from the event. I was live at Houston, but I'm very curious. If you were also live in Houston tonight, let me know in the comments, and of course in the live chat. How did you feel about it? Because again, I thought the show was great in terms of being there in person. How was it for you guys watching at home? Like, give me a score from 8 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, and a grade. Of course, the highest grade you can give on my scale is an S, but A+, B, C, you know. Give me a grade for the show. I wonder what people felt about the show watching it from home. But we're going to get into this review. We're going to do the sponsorship. We're going to do the plugs. And then I'm going to get something to eat because it's been a minute since I had some grub. So here we go. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, you're at it. Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate after the fact. You can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, give me a follow on Cameo, give me a follow on Threads. Hit us up on Discord, ladies and gentlemen. The Discord is closing in on 200. I want 300. 300 followers for WrestleMania. We got a little under 30 days to make it happen, but I think we can do it. The road to 300 subscribers begins today. So follow us on Discord. The link to the Discord is down below in the description. One of the moderators will plug it in the live chat as well. But most importantly, how's about you give me a follow on TikTok? Why? Because I'm the tickiest of the talkiest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast. To get your thoughts played live on the air, email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Deluxe t-shirt, get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt, but most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. My America, the remix t-shirt made by It's Janox and Firestar Heart. All of this down below in the description box. Today's sponsor is Extra Wallet. Changing the way you carry your items one day at a time. 40% off at the Extra store for a wallet for any item at the store. I can help you get that right now with this sponsorship. Let's get the details. Let's get a quick word from the sponsor, and then we'll get to some shout out. Today's video is sponsored by Extra. In today's age, old leather wallets are a thing of the past. People are looking for something more efficient. That's where Extra comes in. It can fit in your front pocket or any other space convenient for your access. It is the perfect smart wallet for minimalists that only carry essential items such as credit cards and IDs. It also has a cool pop-up feature that allows you to see what's inside, so you always know what you're getting out. Plus, it comes with its own tracker that connects with your phone, so if you ever misplace it, you can instantly find it. Amazing designs, amazing features, all at amazing prices. And today, if you click the link down below and use the promo code JustAlex, you can get 40% off any purchase you make. I truly believe this is a great gift, and it's changing the way people carry their items. So don't hesitate. Use the link below and get you a wallet today. Thank you all for joining me. Please show some love to the moderators. Ultra, Shine Nice and Firestar Heart, Elias, a demon YouTuber, Pro Wrestling Girl, Khalil does everything. And of course, Big MGM, because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Thank you all so much for joining me for this live stream, and thank you for joining me late. I usually do not go live this late, but due to the fact that I was there late at the show, there was not much I could do except to do it when I got home. I did see the news that Lana and Miro broke up. Sad. Sometimes it's just not meant to last. It could be a situation where, they just need a break right now and they can come back together later. But It is what it is. You know, I wish them both the best. I'm not going to choose a side here. It does suck that a couple we all thought was inseparable is apparently separable. And it's even more awkward when you realize that Lana CJ Perry joined AEW to be with Miro. So now she's under contract working with her ex. Ooh. That's crazy. So, someone said Lashley's looking around like, where that girl Lana at? You know what I mean? Lashley's chomping at the bit. Lashley's probably, isn't Lashley married, by the way? I don't know. I thought he was married too. All right, let me do the shout outs. Get your likes in, like the video, of course. And also, I did see a super chat earlier from Higurashi that got passed up, and I apologize. But thank you so much for the donation. Let me take a look at what you had to say. Well, first off, this thing's getting kind of slow. It's getting on my nerves. All right, so what did he have to say here? And thank y'all so much for your donations. It's very much appreciated to see you guys contribute to the channel. Oh man, I can't go all the way back. It's not letting me go all the way back to it. Higurashi, remind me what you, if you're here, remind me what you said. Because I can't seem to go all the way back in the live chat. Which is stupid, by the way. I hate that. Alright, well, until I am able to find the super chat, I might have to go through YouTube to make it happen. Let me go ahead and start doing the shout outs. And I'm going to let the other donations come in. Next time, guys, I appreciate that you guys donate. Next time, let's wait until the live stream happens so I can catch it live and we can play it live. Like that.
Once again, it was fantastic meeting you, Alyx.
And it was fantastic meeting you, Taryn Jones. Taryn caught me during an incident with an Uber driver. I'll tell this story really quickly. It gives me time to actually look at my super chats. I called an Uber. Right after the show ended, I ran outside to call Uber because you know that Uber fare goes up and down like it's crazy. When it gets busy, it like multiplies your price by like 200%. So, or even more. I got outside and I called my Uber. He's on his way. He's on his way. He gets there and he sees me. I stare him in the face and I go, "It's me." Guess what he does? He looks forward and drives off. He just bolts off. Now, I chase after him, looking for him. I'm thinking, dude, you saw me. Like, are you gonna go park somewhere? No, he just goes. And he's gone. And I'm thinking to myself, was I just scammed? Because you know how sometimes if you don't get picked up by the Uber driver, what they could do is charge you for no-show. So I'm thinking, oh man, I hope he didn't get me for no-show. And that's how I ran into Taryn Jones. So sometimes God works in mysterious ways, so I think that happened so I can meet Mr. Taryn Jones. So it was worth it. I like Taryn. But, yeah, I just, it's just so annoying. You know what I mean? Y'all understand. Some of y'all get where I'm coming from. That's just ridiculous. But, thank you for the donation, man. Alright. I'm gonna need Higurashi to, you don't have to donate again, just tell me exactly what you said so I can read it all. But here we go. Super chats are on. Let's do the shout outs. We got Joseph Winters. We got Sean Swaby. Baby! In his house. Miss Lauren Biggs talking about Veer. Veer coming to WrestleMania. Lord have mercy. You had to do it, Miss Lauren Biggs. By the way, what was your nickname again? You gave me a nickname. I forgot what it was. JJ, who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? JJ Bulldog. Mr. Debit. Money, 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 money. Ooh. You heard that voice crack? That voice crack is bad. Debit Money Adams. We got CNC from Browntown, Mr. Robert Brown, who I haven't seen in a while. Alexander into his house. JB Snackin', like that name, JB Snackin'. Amarillo 408, the Cerebral Assassin Christopher Carter, Monaco 42.
Don't know why, but I have a feeling Gable is getting thrown back into rag title picture after this.
The tag title picture, the rag title picture. Oh, I hope not. I hope not. He should be going after the IC title, bruh. I don't know. King of Waco Mundo into his house. Johnny Bravo, do the monkey with me. That's right, Johnny Bravo's here. Rick Rosar, of course, former, but multiple times Super Chat champ Franklin Torres is in the building. Good to have you here, sir. TLB, the Fly Guy, Dawsey Chatham. Let me scroll down a little bit because I want to catch up with everybody. Joe Redondo, a lot of people are here. John Beal II. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, royalty is in the building. I actually was on their live stream during the event while I was there at Raw. So I want to give some love to A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. That's right, A&B Combos is here. Show them some love. And your goatness, Lauren Biggs, telling me her, of course, her nickname is the goatness. Your goatness. Let me be sure I don't miss anybody. We have Calendar Master 420. Interesting name. McNeil 99. And the last one's gonna go to Ethan Zerkalbach. Zerkalbach. Is it Zerkalbach or Zerkalbach? Ethan Zerkalbach. I want to say Bach. Zerkalbach. Charlbach. No, that's not what it is. Yo, thank you all so much for being here. I hope you guys are having a good day. And of course, you know what to do. Like the video. We're gonna go ahead and get right into the review because your boy is hungry. I didn't really get a chance to get anything. And while you're here, please subscribe to A&B Combos. And I really mean this. They are the best. She's a bad damn gentleman. Just as fine as she can be.
Hashtag we want Chad the Dad.
Chad the Dad. Chad the Dad. I like that. But yeah, they're family, but it ain't about being family. They're the best wrestling reactors here on YouTube, so they need the numbers to prove it. Subscribe to them today. Check them out, check them out, check them out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get to the Raw review. We're going to go ahead and pause Super Chats for now. Houston, Texas showed out. When I tell you it was packed to the brim, ladies and gentlemen, it was packed. Let me give you an example what I'm talking about. So here's a picture, a live picture of the event that I took. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the Raptors. Don't just look at the bottom seat. Look at the Raptors. The Raptors are filled up. Look at my row. That's my section. Not a single seat is empty. You would have to scour to look for empty seats. The only empty seats was behind the stage, honestly. Yeah, it was a complete sellout. I think it was a complete sellout. Because last I checked, WrestleTix, 15 hours ago, it was only 200 tickets were left. So now it's I dare say it was a complete sellout, but we'll find out. But it was at least a good 13,000. Yeah, it was a big arena. They were in there. I was sitting shoulder to shoulder with people. Legit, shoulder to shoulder. It's a special time. It is a special time to be a WWE fan. It's not often you get to be in crowds like that, and the energy was nuts. So yeah, live Toyota Center, Houston, Texas. We kick things off with Drew McIntyre, who got the heat. He calls Seth Rollins a junkie for accepting the WrestleMania Night 1 tag team match against The Rock and Roman Reigns before talking about the big picture And the big picture is the crowd starts chanting, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. And he's like, ha ha ha, it's not CM Punk. You wish it was. He says the bigger picture is The Rock, and hear him out. Think about the history of our industry, from carnivals to armories to sold out stadiums. What is the next evolution? It's working together with one of the most powerful people on the planet. He says he's going to win the title and be a champion you can invest in and be proud of. Enter Seth Rollins. Woo, woo. And they edited his music. Did anyone else notice they edited his music? Hopefully that was just a one-time thing. Hopefully they don't get used to that, because that edited version is kind of eh. I like to burn it down. Bring in the burn it down, because I like to burn it down. Not an arsonist. Anyways, Rollins gets inside the ring. He says now that WrestleMania is in the bag, he's been thinking about how Drew almost has his full attention. And maybe one more Claymore kick would get him there. And then he says, put him up, put him up. Gives him his chin. He says, give me one more. And Drew said, nah, nah. Nah, nah. He says, what's under that kilt? There's got to be some kind of testicular fortitude under there. Drew says he just wants Seth to actually hear him for once and tell him he's right. Months ago, Seth told him before their last match that he's got to get over the bloodline. Seth says Drew is reminding him of someone with lots of tattoos from Chicago. And he thought CM Punk was the biggest hypocrite, but it turns out that there's a bigger hypocrite, and that's Drew McIntyre. Why? Because Drew McIntyre has been winning all of his matches with the help of the bloodline, the one group that screwed him over years ago at Clash at the Castle. And now he is utilizing the bloodline to get to the top. He is a hypocrite in all the worst ways, and he's absolutely right about that. And so Seth lays it out for him. Night 1, he and Cody Rhodes are going to take the bloodline to task. And then night 2, when it's just them two one-on-one, the same thing is going to happen that always happens. Drew is going to fall down with his shoulders pinned to the mat by Seth freaking Rollins. McIntyre says he's not going to swing before WrestleMania. And nothing he can say will provoke him. He storms off. Until Seth says, you know what, Drew? You want to know the reason why I haven't been bringing you up? I haven't been talking about you? Because on top of all the list of things I'm dealing with, a bad back, a bad knee, the bloodline, you are beneath all of them. You don't matter. Drew turns around, gets pissed off, acts like he's gonna beat up Seth, and then says, nah, I'm out of here. So we're getting some heat now for Drew and Seth. Things are gonna be a little bit more interesting heading into WrestleMania. I like that. It needed a tad bit more juice, in my opinion. I feel like we're so focused on Rock, Cody, of course, Roman, and Seth, that this is kind of fallen to the wayside, and it needs a little bit more juice, but we got plenty of time to do it. We got a little bit under a month to make it happen. So that's why I'm not tripping too much. All these stories getting built up right now for WrestleMania, there's still plenty of time to make things happen. Plenty of time. Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. So, I don't know how y'all felt about this match. I loved it. Started off slow. Took a while for the crowd to get into it. Even being in the arena in front of 13,000, 14,000 people. It was quiet. The first, dare I say, 5 to 10 minutes, it was quiet. Crowd was pretty silent for it. But then, the moment Liv Morgan hit that sunset flip powerbomb off of the apron, the crowd got into it. It hooked them, and it didn't let them go. It hit that next gear, and it just became awesome. Look here. It goes without saying that Becky Lynch is one of the best performers in terms of female wrestlers. No, not even just that. In terms of wrestling, period. She's one of the best performers today in wrestling. But it takes two. It takes two to tangle. Becky Lynch can't have a great match by herself. And I thought Liv Morgan went out there and showed the world why she's one of the best. And I gotta say it. I thought Liv Morgan, she showed me something tonight. Now, keep in mind, I've always been a Liv Morgan fan. I've always felt she had something. I loved her winning the championship off of Ronda Rousey. Remember, she beat Ronda Rousey for that title in 2022. Cashed in on her. They never did anything with it, which sucked. And I kind of felt she got the low end of the shaft, and I don't like that. She showed me tonight that she is indeed a future world, at least a future women's world champion. And she should be. I hope she gets that belt sometime soon. Because, no offense to Rhea Ripley, mommy, I feel like her run as a heel might be coming to an end very soon. I have a feeling that things are gonna go wrong for her, because the way they're treating Becky right now, and the story that they're telling with Becky constantly facing obstacles, constantly running into roadblocks. She just got done dealing with Nia Jax. Now she's dealing with Liv Morgan, and now she's going back to dealing with Nia Jax next week. It feels like they are purposely stacking the odds against Becky Lynch to make you think she doesn't stand a chance of beating Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. And they're telling the story where it's Becky against the world, where the odds are Becky cannot win. Becky will not win. And under those odds are when Becky shined the most. And I talked about it. I did a freaking Twitter post about how this feels like a Dragon Ball Z episode. It's Becky against the world. Will Becky Lynch overcome the obstacles, or will her pride take over? Find out next time on WWE Z. Dun 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 bam 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 bam. Rest in peace to Akira Toriyama. The more they stack the odds against Becky, the more I think she's gonna beat Rhea Ripley. If they had just had her go into WrestleMania, having a couple of matches here and there, then I'm just like, no, Rhea's definitely winning. This kind of booking with Becky makes me think she's ending that reign. And quite frankly, if every member of Judgment Day, this includes the tag team champs, if they're gonna lose their belts, it kind of fits that Rhea loses her belt as well. So, Becky beats Liv Morgan tonight. Rhea Ripley goes out there to remind Becky that she's fighting impossible odds. She's constantly putting herself in danger, in harm's way. And by the time she gets to WrestleMania, it's going to be easy pickings for Rhea Ripley. And then Becky says, the more you doubt me, the more you stack the odds against me, the more you make it Becky versus the world, the better I get. And that's the story. So next week, it's Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch. Last woman standing. And then they'll probably do another match after that with Becky. So she's going to be wrestling every single week until she fights Rhea Ripley. If they do that, there's a good chance. I'm telling you right now, if they do that, there's a very, very high chance she beats Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. Tell me when I'm telling lies. I do want to say this, though. I thought it was interesting that Becky got booed. So, I don't know if this came across on TV. Becky got booed in Houston. She got booed heavily by Liv Morgan fans, to be fair. But she was booed audibly. The fans heard it. I heard it, at least from my section. Okay, people are telling me they did hear her get booed. Okay, so that's interesting. That's an interesting, dilemma that they're running into. So, I hope WWE watches out for that. For the record, I want to make this clear. I don't think Becky should beat Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. I think Rhea Ripley should retain and hold that belt for as long as possible. I just kind of feel like the 1-year reign comes to an end with Becky Lynch. And look, I'm still a Becky Lynch fan. I'm not saying that she can't have this moment. I just feel like with Chad Gable, it feels like Rhea has a lot more to do, a lot left to give. So, someone saying the cheers for Becky were piped in. No, they weren't. There were some cheers for Becky. It was just a very pro Liv Morgan crowd. And I do like that Becky went backstage to give Liv Morgan a handshake. So, she's still a face. They got attacked by Nia Jax. She won't be booed next week. That's for sure. That's for sure. So, after this, they showed a video package of the Oscars where John Cena was giving an award naked. Now, just so we're clear, he wasn't actually naked. His private parts were covered up with things, but it appeared like he gave the award. He presented the award butt naked. I got nothing. I don't know what to say to that. Y'all take that one. Y'all have fun with that in the live chat in the comments, because I can't comment on that. What am I supposed to say to that? He gave an award naked. GMs Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis made a huge announcement that at WrestleMania we're going to have, and I'm not kidding you, we're going to have a 6-tag team ladder match. A 12-man 6-tag team ladder match. I said to myself, we got to have a ladder match at WrestleMania. Is it going to be for the U.S. title, though? That's where I thought they were going with it. They said, nope, even better. It's going to be for the tag team titles. I said, damn, that's going to be a crazy match. A 12-man ladder match for the tag team titles. Holy shit. 12 people in one ladder match. I don't know what to say to that, y'all. That's gonna be crazy. Okay. I can't wait to talk about this. Oh, I love this. Candice LeRae. Oh, Miss Candice LeRae. Indy Hartwell took on Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree. So the match is happening. They're doing their thing. Maxine gets inside the ring. And for the 10 seconds of offense she got, like literally 10 seconds, she didn't look too bad. She didn't look too bad for the 10 seconds I saw her. Then she went to go do the worm. Like legit the worm. And during the backwards worm, Candice LeRae stepped inside the ring, got in her face and said, "Get the fuck up. What the hell are you doing, ma'am? What are you doing? Get your ass up." And then she reads her the riot rat. The riot act. Just completely rings her, absolutely gives her a new asshole, if I'm being honest with you. That sounds kind of dirty, but I didn't even know what else to say about it. She says, "You know why everybody boos you? It's because you don't belong here. You think the internet hates you? You should hear what the girls are saying about you in the back." And then she mentioned how her dead brother, Maxine's dead brother, who did pass away in 2022. There's a story behind. Actually, no, it was 2017. It was either 2022 or 2017. He passed away a while ago. Let me get the right information. 2017, he passed away. She mentioned how Maxine's dead brother, if he was alive, he would be disappointed in her. And then Maxine, by the way, great acting. Great acting from Maxine. Starts crying, starts breaking down, like she's going to have a mental breakdown. And then she starts walking away. Indy Hartwell, horrible kick, but kicked her and then pinned her. And then Candice LeRae is just laughing, cackling. And I sat there and went, number one, Candice LeRae is an amazing heel. An amazing heel. Homegirl tore her a new one, and it was believable. And it was one of those things, too, where people were upset. How dare you mention her dead brother? Shut up! Okay, they probably discussed it beforehand. Everything is good. This is what you have to do. This is what I'm talking about. Go for the jugular. That's what heels should do. But Candice LeRae, the delivery of those lines was perfect. Absolutely perfect. I loved it. But also, number 2, I do appreciate that WWE is turning the Maxine Dupree incident where she got booed at the event, they're turning it into a storyline. As they should. Very, very smart. This is why I love the fact that Vince McMahon, if Vince McMahon was here, he would have ignored it. The Rock and Triple H are running the show. They went, okay, well, since this is a thing, that's a storyline. We'll make it into a storyline. And now, there's a story in the women's tag team division, which is something that's been lacking. It's been lacking. So now we have storylines. We have characters. Now we have a story for Maxine, which is something, look, she's on TV. She's here. So she might as well be doing something. But now we have a story for her. Here's a vehicle for her to really show out and show the world that she can actually wrestle. So we got Candice LeRae telling her, you can't wrestle, you're terrible. All right, Maxine, you got a storyline now. That means you're going to get a lot more TV time. Probably more than you probably should be getting because you're still kind of green. Still, though, now she's getting the vehicle to really connect with the audience. She better step it up. Now's the time. There's no, she's practicing. Nope, Maxine, you're in a storyline now. Step it up. Get good and get good fast. Otherwise, when you fall on your face this time, it's really gonna suck. There's not many opportunities that this woman can have. They're taking a storyline. She's on TV. They're giving it to her. All right. The storyline is you suck at what you do. So prove us wrong. Prove us wrong. It's nut cutting time. It really is. So what do y'all think? How do we feel about them turning the Maxine Dupree incident where she got booed into a storyline? Let me know. Very curious to know how y'all feel about that. Because I know I like it. That's for sure. Alright, so next up we have Michael Cole interviewing the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And I like that Cole was very succinct about his tag team partnership with Seth Rollins. And I talked about this last week on my Raw review. I talked about the fact that, there's still some baggage there between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Like, there has been literally no indication that all of their issues have been resolved. Because remember, Seth tried to end Cody's career. And Seth hates Cody because of the fact that he is a corporate favorite. This is not new. None of that has been resolved. It's just been put on the back burner because common enemy. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Right? Okay, that's great. But they have unresolved issues. And I'm happy that Cole brought that up. Can you trust Seth Rollins? Which plants the seed that, okay, if he can't trust Seth Rollins and Seth Rollins turns on him, that can have horrible implications for Cody at WrestleMania. And for the record, predictions early. A&B combos. Might want to listen to this one. I think Seth is going to screw Cody. In the tag match. Not in the main event, but in the tag match. And that's why this seed was planted. But, Cody is talking about how he has respect for Seth and how plans have changed, people change, and reminds Cole about the coal mine and says he went off in a distance and smashed the throne, and now the man sitting on that throne has become his closest ally in the business. People change. People change. Cody was someone different in AEW. He's someone different now. He says Seth has always had his respect, and he will happily go to war with him. And besides, this is his one shot at getting a fair fight at night 2. He wants to answer a question Cole proposed to him last time they talked about whether or not he will finish the story. He says another good question is he nervous? And Cody says he is. He can't say he'll get Roman next year because he's already said that. But now the story isn't just about him and Roman and the title. It's about everyone that's followed him. It's about getting that title and giving it to his mom. He can't give it to his dad, but he can give it to his mom. It's about doing it for all the children and all the people who are struggling, who believe in him and who live because they believe in him. The girl that was blind that came to see him. The guy that had spinal surgery who came to see him. The sister. One of the sisters that The Rock forgot to mention, who wrote Shotgun with his dad. He's doing it for them. And he even brought up his wife, Brandy Rose. Brandy Rose got a mention. It's almost time. It's about to be open mic night, bitch. It's almost time. No, but he talked about how she took a chance on him, and when he was wearing a goofy mask and taking RKOs every night. The story is behind him, and it's up to him to finish it at WrestleMania 40. And he says, Michael Cole, you will be the one to tell the world the new WWE champion is Cody Rhodes. Okay. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I think as time goes by, it's becoming clear that it's his time. I think The Rock coming back solidified it. It's Cody's time. He's gonna have his moment. It's just getting to the event. Kabuki Warriors versus Shayna Baszler and Zoey Stark. I thought this match was great. Here's the thing. I thought Becky and Liv was an awesome match. I thought this tag match was a great match. Again, I don't know how it came across in the arena, but the crowd was really into it. And Zoey Stark, Zoey Stark was awesome. I don't know what she was on, but she looked great. And I'm loving what they're doing with Shayna Baszler and Zoey Stark. So, as you know, the Kabuki Warriors do win with the help of Dakota Kai. So I'm thinking Zoey Stark and, of course, Shayna Baszler are going to help Bayley. And in helping Bayley, Bayley's going to make sure they get those tag team belts. So I'm very positive there's going to be a rematch between the Kabuki Warriors and Zoey Stark and Shayna Baszler. It just kind of felt like there is. Hopefully it's at WrestleMania. But they're going to have to get a little help. And I'm pretty sure that help will be with Bayley. And this is another situation where the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So I think that's what they're going to do. But I thought this match was great. I think next up here, Andrade and Idolo meets with Judgment Day. Andrade is trying to see Dominic, who was not here tonight because he's on his honeymoon. Congratulations to Dominic, who got married. By the way, Rhea Ripley got married as well. Buddy Matthews. Congratulations. But Andrade was looking for Dominic Mysterio, and they're teasing him joining the Judgment Day. I don't think that's happening. I think Judgment Day is splitting up very soon. R-Truth was over like Rover here in Houston. He fought Damian Priest in a very, very good match. Damian Priest, to me, is slowly but surely turning into a legit main event player. He has the stature of one. He works like one. And I think, given the ball, he could do some really good things with the World Championship. Which is why I think he might be cashing in at WrestleMania. We're going to see. But this match was fun. Very fun match. You had DIY go out there. And yeah, they tried to help R-Truth win, but Judgment Day overwhelmed them. And of course, Damian Priest gets the victory over R-Truth. South of Heaven. Then we see main event. Jey Uso. Yeet! Y'all. Jey was over. You would need to be there live to understand how over Jey Uso was. When you're watching on television, you can see that he's popular. You can see people doing the raise the roof and think, all right, he's popular. Nah, he's over. Y'all, yeet, raise the roof, Jey Uso. I knew he was popular. I was grossly underestimating how over he was until I was in the atmosphere. This guy is legit one of the best baby faces in wrestling. And the more I think about it, and now seeing how over he is, maybe he should have beat Gunther for the IC title. I can see why, there was a report, by the way, that said this, but I can see why initially he was set up to beat Gunther for the IC title. And they were going to have Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso for the IC title at WrestleMania, but they decided against it at the last second, but okay. Yeah, Jesus Christ. There's something about fighting Roman Reigns that gets you over. Every person that works with Roman Reigns gets over like Rover. All of them. Think about it. Who are your top baby faces right now? Think about it. Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. All of them have worked with Roman Reigns. I mean, Drew McIntyre, top heel. Dominic Mysterio, top heel. Mysterio's a legend, so kind of doesn't top. LA Knight, top babyface. Every person that has worked with Roman Reigns as the tribal chief has been elevated. I'm telling you. But Jey Uso challenged Jimmy Uso to a match at WrestleMania, and we'll find out if he accepts this Friday night on SmackDown. Yeet! Love it. Loved it. I was floored by how over he is. I shouldn't have been, but I was. And I think after this, they showed video packages of the participants in the Gauntlet match. Chad Gable got one by himself. Ricochet got one by himself. Then they showed Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali is now being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I love it. There's no way you can have a Hall of Fame without Muhammad Ali. That's really, really cool. And CM Punk will be in Chicago on the... Is it the Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania? Or is it the week before? Okay, no, it's on the 25th. So, not the week of WrestleMania, but the week before WrestleMania. He'll be on Monday Night Raw. And then we get the Gauntlet. Overall, this was great. They opened up with... I don't need to see this anymore. I can do this by memory. They opened up with Ricochet and JD. JD and Ricochet had a hell of a back and forth. JD looked amazing against Ricochet. Phenomenal. Of course, JD failed to Ricochet with a shooting star press. And then after Ricochet comes Big Bronson Reed. Big Bronson Reed? Bronson Reed? You think he's big? Look here. I grossly underestimated how big Big Cass was. Remember Big Cass? Big Cass towered over everybody in the ring when he did the Fatal 4-Way. Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, Big Cass, and Seth Rollins. Remember that? Raw? Remember that Raw in 2016? Towered. Absolutely towered over everybody. Big Show was always going to be big, so I'm not going to mention Big Show. I underestimated how big Luchasaurus was. Luchasaurus is tall too. But Big Bronson Reed? Oh, they wasn't lying. He is big. He is massive. I was like, that big ass man? I didn't think you could get that big. It's a legit tsunami. He was huge in person. And so, it actually made his matches more entertaining watching it in person and seeing how big he is. He beats Ricochet. Tsunami on Ricochet. And Ricochet was already worn out. And then, of course, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn comes out. And Sami Zayn literally runs the gauntlet. He gets in there. He's fighting Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed is just splashing on him, landing on him, squashing him. And Sami Zayn ends up getting a lucky pinfall on him. Let me get the exact type of pinfall. I don't want to just say, he got lucky. I want to be specific. Let me see here. I'm going to actually start doing the doing the play-by-play a little bit better. So he hits the sunset flip powerbomb on Bronson Reed and pins him 1, 2, 3. Because he was big. And then Bronson Reed hits Sami Zayn with the tsunami. And I'm thinking, crap. Well, there goes Sami. Nakamura comes out. He's about to hit the Kinshasa. And then Sami Zayn counters it into a roll-up. They have a long back and forth until Sami hits a haluva kick on Nakamura. And I said to myself, ooh, okay, this is making me nervous. Now it's Chad Gable versus Sami Zayn, the main event. They're not dumb enough to have Chad Gable lose to Sami Zayn, are they? So Chad Gable comes out. Thank you! Oh, by the way, I'm proud to be an American and a big Chad Gable fan. Sheesh! And thank you. Seriously, I was nervous. Please don't have him lose to Sami Zayn. So the match is happening, and I'm invested. Man, freaking Chad Gable's doing these ankle rolls, counters into the ankle lock, and I'm like, yo, where's Kurt Angle? He's pulling the Kurt Angle on this shit. I love it. And he's wrestling circles around Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn went through Nakamura, he went through Bronson Reed, he went through 2 other men before this. I'm saying there's no way he loses to Chad Gable here. It's easy pickings. And so they're having a great back and forth. They're having crazy near falls. Chad Gable is deadlifting, German suplexing him, Northern Light suplexing him. It's amazing. Just giving him the work. Putting that work on him. And Sami Zayn keeps coming back. He keeps coming back, showing that fighting style, that fighting spirit. And then Chad Gable hooks him in an ankle lock. And he holds it in, and I said, that's it. Sammy's got to tap out. Sammy's got to tap out. This is it. There's no way. Because he hit him with the chaos theory. And I'm thinking, okay, well, Sami kicks out of this. He's going to go for an ankle lock. And he does. And I'm like, well, that's it. That's it. Ring the bell. And then Sami Zayn rolls him up. And I go, no. 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm in the rafters. So I don't see the image of Chad Gable's shoulder off the mat. I don't see it. But when he hit 3, there's a front row in front of me. So keep in mind, I'm in the rafters. There's a section in front of me. As soon as Sami pinned Chad Gable, everybody got up and went out the door. They didn't stay to hear Sami talk. Neither did I. As soon as Chad Gable got pinned, I bolted out of there. I said, I know, ain't this a bitch? Ain't this about a bitch? And again, I'm not saying Sami Zayn can't have another WrestleMania moment. I'm not saying Sami Zayn can't win the IC title ever again. All I'm saying is, Sami already had his moment. Let Chad Gable get his. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Sami already got a moment last year. He already won the tag team titles. He beat Jey Uso. He had his storyline. He was main eventing Chamber with Roman Reigns. This IC title is a step back for him. He shouldn't be going after Gunther. Him beating Gunther doesn't feel right to me. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel right to me. So I'm hoping and praying that they play up the idea that Chad's shoulders were not on the mat, and they do a triple threat match at WrestleMania. Sami, Chad, Gunther. Please. Please. I just feel like this is Chad Gable's match to win. This is his moment to have. It's not Sami's moment. It's not Sami's moment. It's Chad's moment. Period. End of story. So I already did my rant. I got it out of my system. Overall, I had a great time. Loved being there live in that atmosphere in the Toyota Center in front of that crowd. Again, I thought it was great. Let me know how it came across on TV. Was it just as good? I might have to go back and watch it for myself. But thank you all so much for being here. Let me go ahead and play these super chats so that I can quickly say hello to you in the live chat and get the hell out of here because I'm hungry.
All I saw was a floating envelope. Tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy.
John Cena giving the award. Franklin Torres, he funny. Well, I wish I couldn't see Cena in that moment. Again, I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say. Y'all have fun with that one. Lincoln Elman, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you to everyone joining me for this. For real, it's a pleasure and a privilege to be able to do what I do. That's why I don't get the big head.
I need your time. I need to be free with you tonight. I need your love.
Tonight was good.
Tonight was great. So how we feeling about tonight's show? Let me know how y'all feel. Alright, let me go ahead and scroll up here and see what y'all talking about. Alright, once again, show some love to the moderators and of course A&B Combos Wrestling Edition for being here. Keep the live chat going. Jaron Jones, he can tell you it was packed. It was packed. A&B Combo says, we in here. We in here, man. Lauren Biggs, tell that big head dude to move out the way. He's messing up your view. Big ass head. Not as big as Bronson. Not as big as Bronson Reed though, but he does have a big ass head. Dakota Kai, what is the perfect woman? I don't know. Me and Dakota Kai have a lot in common. Dakota Kai is. Bruh, I ain't gonna tell you how not to feel that way. Damn. Becky and Liv. Becky versus Liv. Both my favorite. Didn't want.
I don't see Sami winning TBH, but I do see Chad challenging Gunther the night after Mania at least. No matter what. Hashtag SHOULDBEGABLE.
Hashtag should be Chad Gable. Should be Gable. I agree. TLB the Fly Guy. Rhea is so over it doesn't matter about Becky. Rhea got something so right. Yep. Rhea's. She mommy. Mommy for sure. Alright, let me try to read this again. JJ Bulldog says, Becky versus Liv, both my favorite, didn't match who won. Didn't matter who won or lost. That's what he was trying to say. I was like, what were you trying to say there, man? Let's see here. Liv Morgan going to be in catering after a few more losses. Yo, don't say that, Lauren. You're a goatness. Don't say that. You're gonna piss off the Liv Morgan fans. Oh no. Can't have that. Oh no, they're gonna piss off the Liv Morgan fans. What do we do? Let me see here. There was this one dude in my row who was hating on everybody. Man, nothing but haterades. Haterades. Dude should pull out the beast mode on Seth Rollins. The beast mode? Wait, what the hell is the beast mode? What the hell is that? There is a story between Becky and Rhea after all. Yep, I told you what the story was. It's the DBZ story where you stack the odds against Becky, and the more you stack the odds against her, the more she's gonna win. Cena sold out. Wonder who's going to pass for him to come out with a hit movie shortly after that. I hope they're not gonna plan the Becky Lynch heel turn. Nah, it's not gonna work. A Becky Lynch heel turn will just not work. Just let her be Luna's babyface, whatever. How are we feeling about Candice LeRae insulting Maxine Dupree? Let me scroll down and see that. This is what I love about Candice by insulting like The Rock did to Cody on SmackDown. Yeah, let's stop with the BS PC shit. Your dead brother would be disappointed in you, Maxine. Fuck you, I hate you. Die. Don't die, but you know what I mean. Like, she went for the jugular. Maxine couldn't even do the worm correctly. I agree. And that's the... Let me see here. We need this more from Candice LeRae. Yeah, man, she was a savage. Freaking savage. She learned from The Rock. Making it personal. Yeah, like, honestly, I think things are going to get a little bit more interesting with Maxine Dupree because of Candice LeRae insulting her. I'm excited about that. Xavier Jackson, now Alyx, her acting is Hona carry her until she needs to deliver that match. Her acting is gonna carry. Okay. her acting is gonna carry her until she delivers that match. That one match where people believe that she's an actual wrestler. I got you there. I was like, what are you trying to say here? Yeah, sometimes some of these people just be, you know, and I'm bad with texting too, so I'm not gonna blame you for the misspelling and stuff. But sometimes, y'all, I'm just like, what y'all trying to say? Can we get Bianca and Naomi versus Kabuki Warriors? Why? What for? What you trying to say, JJ? Huh? What you trying to say? I would prefer Jay Cargill than Bianca Belair, for the record, but we'll have to see. Yo, Jay Uso. It's just me, Uso. Dude, what? He was over. Ask Sharon Jones. Ask him how over Jay Uso was. Crazy. What's up, Junior? Good to have you here. Yeah, March 25th is the night CM Punk shows up, which is the week before WrestleMania. Which is 2 weeks from this episode. Sami Zayn's the new John Cena. I wouldn't say he's the new John Cena, but they're booking him pretty, in my opinion, they're not booking him the right way, in my personal opinion. Yo, A&B combos. How we feeling about Chad Gable? What did y'all have to say about that? Did they even respond? Let me see. If you're watching wrestling for any amount of time, you know how this works. Chad will get his time, but you gotta get Sami on the card and have a fresh Gunther match. Sami shouldn't be facing Gunther at WrestleMania 40. Alright, here we go. Overall, decent show, but this Chad Gable Sami Zayn thing isn't over. Justice for Chad. I hope so. I hope so, A&B combos. I really hope so. So as people who, let's just call it like it is, I'm not gonna say that you guys weren't invested in Chad Gable, but you wasn't invested in the story, because you and B have said that we don't know if Chad Gable should be fighting Gunther. After seeing that performance, have y'all changed your minds? I'm very curious to know how you feel about Chad, because I am gonna go back and watch your live reaction when I get a chance to, because I want to know how y'all felt about that main event. But y'all can let me know here in the live chat if you're still here. What's good? Highway Dealing Danger. What's up, Dealing Danger? Dealing Danger says, Candice didn't have to bring up Maxine's dead brother to Maxine. Why not? Go for the jugular. Go for the jugular. She didn't have to do that, though. That was kind of wrong. But I love it. I love that she did it. I mean, can we make Bianca and Naomi a heel tag team? Naomi's gonna be a babyface, but Bianca as a heel? 1000%. Per A, Chad is...
Do you think they'll bring in Rikishi for Mania?
Oh, they gotta bring in the bloodline. They gotta bring in everybody from Mania. For sure. Per A from A&B Combos. Chad is the guy to beat Gunther. He's been converted. Jake Cora says, I've been wanting Gable. Worst case scenario, they do a rematch next week and Brock shows up. Oh man, that would really suck. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and end it here. Again, guys, I haven't eaten, so I'm gonna go get something to eat before I go to bed. But thank you all so much for joining me for this live stream. I had a great time. If you were live at Houston, let me know how you felt about it down below in the comments. And by the way, I do want to plug my recent video, WrestleMania 10 years later, explaining WWE to my past self in 2014. I do encourage you all to go watch that video. I don't usually say this. It's one of my best videos. It is one of my best, if not my best video that I've ever done. I'm very proud of it. And I do encourage you to go watch it. As soon as this ends, click that video button and go find it. I promise you, you won't regret it. Also, before I even turn this off, I also want to thank you guys for what could possibly be my first viral video here on YouTube. So this clip that I posted with ODB talking about an interaction she had with Sting where she called Sting a puss, if you know what I mean. It's currently at 300K views, and it's climbing very fast to 1 million views. I want to thank you all for helping it go viral. Let's hope it hits 1 million views. I think it's going to hit it. If you haven't seen it already, check out the clip, and then check out the video, WrestleMania 10 years later. Maybe A and B combos would like to react to it. Not saying you have to. But anyways, thank you all so much. I do appreciate you for making me a part of your day. As you follow out, do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. I see that super chat there. So I'm going to wait for this super chat to play. Then I'm going to get out of here. Higurashi, thank you so much for your donations. By the way, please tell me what you said at the beginning of the video. Because I didn't get that super chat, and I can't seem to find it. But I do thank you for your donation, sir. And this one's taking its sweet time to play. It's kind of getting on my nerves. I mean, I could always just hang out with the live chat some more until it plays. Like, so it won't be awkward. I guess we'll just see. There's a super chat right there. It's just taking its time to play. A&B Combos is thinking about doing a reaction. Not saying you had to. Of course. Christian Cage, how is your father? Oh, God. Candice LeRae pulled the Christian Cage. I don't want to hear anyone bitching about Candice LeRae while Christian Cage is over here insulting people's dead fathers on AEW. And everyone said he was the heel of the year. Shut up. I ain't trying to hear it. Okay, this super chat's taking a sweet time. We can hurry up just a little bit. Damn. Hurry up.
I need your love, I need your time, I need to be free with you tonight, I need your love.
The fact that people are saying they should not have done that, it's just proof that they're doing something right because people are offended, which is a heel's job.
Thank you. What a great note to end on. If you're offended, that means the heels are doing their job. And with that, I say thank you all. I bid you adieu. You guys have a great night, and always know you are welcomed right here in Alyx's world. The place it is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Check out my recent video, WrestleMania 10 years later, the clip with ODB and Sting. See you next time. Peace.
When you're